Hey guys, it's Garrulous64, and today... Oh, sorry, hold on, that must be YouTube calling to tell me how much they hate my new content. Yep. Replaced? I don't think that's your call to make. I'm not marketable enough? What are you even talking about? What could be more marketable than me? I'm amazing! Actually, you know what? I'm okay with this.
Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Garrulous64 Plush. Finally, instead of screaming into the mirror, you can just scream at this thing instead. It's pretty effective, take it from me. He's also a really great listener. Tell him all your deepest, darkest secrets, and he won't rat you out, unless they pay really well. You could even stick him in front of a green screen and pretend he's reviewing your favorite terrible video game, because it's not like the real deal's gonna do it anytime soon. Come on now, what are you waiting for? Check out the Garrulous64 Plush by clicking the link in the description below. That Christmas money has to be used on something, right?
Oh, yeah!
If you'll allow me to be critical for a moment, Sonic Adventure is a game that so many of us enjoy, but we have to be honest, it hasn't aged super well, and saying that doesn't mean I hate it or think it's a steaming pile of Sonic games. But let's face facts, I feel like when most of us say we love this game, we're only talking about portions of it, not the entire thing. If you're somehow not aware of what Sonic Adventure is after both finding this video and clicking on it, Sonic Adventure is the first 3D Sonic game, kind of, and in an attempt to make it feel unique, Sonic Team decided that 3 hours of Sonic gameplay weren't enough for this momentous occasion and decided to reuse most of the levels to give other characters something to do. Usually these levels are changed or walled off in certain ways to accommodate the playstyles of Sonic's friends, and your objectives are different in all cases aside from Tails, who is basically just a little speedrun mode. These different stories also come with unique takes on scenes we've seen from Sonic's perspective earlier in the game, and also a lot of new content depending on the character. For instance, newcomer E102 Gamma is completely removed from everyone else's timeline, as his story begins pretty much at the end of Sonic's story after they escape the egg carrier. Funnily enough, this actually makes this story one of my favorites, as it doesn't rely on all of the stuff we've already seen, and instead tells a very isolated story about a machine learning right from wrong, culminating in an ending that still really hurts to watch even now. Of course, it's a bittersweet hurt, though, as ultimately Gamma knows that this was for the best. Everyone else is just kind of freaking out about Eggman and Chaos Emeralds and the Aztec Echidnas f***ing around in the past and finding out it wasn't such a great idea, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So basically the story goes like this. Eggman wakes up, that same water god that took out the Echidnas years back to try and level Station Square to the ground, and every time Chaos gets a Chaos Emerald, he grows stronger. What follows is Sonic and Tails attempting to locate the emeralds before Eggman, and being so incredibly inept at every turn that I'm not sure if this was like an intentional let the bad guy get stronger to have a better fight, Goku Vegeta kind of thing. I mean, for real, they get outplayed at every single turn. It could have just been one of those days, I guess. We've all been there, but it's food for thought. Meanwhile, Knuckles attempts to piece the Master Emerald back together Humpty Dumpty style after Chaos breaks out of it, and Amy is chased by Zero because the bird she's protecting is hiding a Chaos Emerald, which of course Chaos needs to consume because the McDouble he ate for lunch definitely wasn't nutritious enough for his diet. There's also Big the Cat. You know him, you love him, but just because of the memes, and certainly not because of his story or gameplay, which didn't need to be here at all. And of course I've touched on this a little bit at this point, but Gamma's story starts with him breaking free of Eggman's control due to a growing sense of morality, and then he goes on to free the trapped animals inside all the E-Series robots. And he is the best boy, you can't change my mind on that. Alongside each character having a slightly different plotline, they obviously play differently. Sonic is a fast-moving rat who rolls down hills and snowboards on the weekends, and his primary goal is to reach the end of each level, usually to find a Chaos Emerald. Tails can fly, and with some upgrades he really zooms across the screen, and his goal is to beat Sonic to the end of each stage, usually to find a Chaos Emerald. Oh my gosh, it's almost like they're in the same place most of the game. Knuckles has his gliding and climbing gameplay from Sonic 3, and includes a new punching, beat-em-up boxing feature that you'll never use because jumping on enemies is easier. All you're doing with this guy is using his special little Emerald radar to find all 3 pieces of the Master Emerald, and then the stage ends, and it's not too bad. Move on to Adventure 2 though, and you will hate him like forever, for the rest of time. Amy also is here, and she is slow as hell and honestly really awful to control in general. It kinda sucks because she has some really interesting acrobatic moves and the hammer is an interesting gimmick, but unless you mod the game to fix her momentum and her physics, she is literally the second worst part of this game. I mean, who wants to run away from a robot for a full stage, but moving at the pace that a snail would laugh at? And of course we have Big the Cat, where you go fishing in each stage, and these can be really time-consuming if you don't know where he's hiding. Again, like with Amy, there is a mod out now that lets Big use his brain and hands in conjunction with each other to finish levels a lot faster, but it just makes me wonder because this is definitely the most boring and out-of-place thing that I've ever seen in a Sonic game to this day. Gamma plays like a time attack mode where you have to rush through each stage, destroying badniks and other obstacles to add time to your timer so you can take out the boss at the end. Rumor has it Sonic Team added Gamma because giving a funny Sonic animal a gun would be really stupid, and they never went back on that thought. Ever. Jokes aside, Gamma's gameplay is actually really fun. Like, the way he controls is a lot more solid than the mechs in SA2, and I honestly wouldn't mind if they tried this exact same gameplay style again in the future, just not like that other game I just made fun of. Now, since I don't feel like talking in depth about each level, I'm just gonna give you a quick tier list of stages so you can berate me in the comments for it. Skydeck and Lost World are the only stages I can't stand. The only thing keeping Casanopolis out of F tier is the trash area, which lets you get all 400 rings necessary to beat the level in one run. I literally don't know any human being on this earth that would rather play the pinball part of this. But you know what? If you're out there, please let me know down below. This ranking is also mainly just for Sonic's story, as I said before. Whenever I replay this game or rave about how good it is, I'm really only playing this section of the game because the others just don't hold my interest as much. It's not even necessarily that the other sections of the game are bad. I mean, aside from Amy and Big, who are bad, but let's be real here. The Sonic campaign is the best part of the game. It's Sonic Adventure. Like, it's his adventure. Come on, like, they put the most time and effort into that. But anyway, after completing the entire roster's campaigns, Super Sonic opens up and leads to a final encounter with Chaos, who has pulled the rug out from everyone and nabbed all 7 Chaos Emeralds. This dude is now far too powerful for even Eggman to control, but thankfully, Chaos only used the negative power of the emeralds, so Sonic can still use the positive energy because we're all friends and we love each other. Which of course leads to Sonic going to kick Chaos's ass for flooding the entire town, and you know, you just gotta open your heart and blare it in the background, and it's so good, it's so good, it's so climactic, oh man. Oh, did I say kick his ass? I meant like, we had to pacify Chaos, so he's not angry and spiteful anymore, you know, by kicking his ass, I guess. I don't know, that would make me pretty mad, I have to say. After the aforementioned ass-kicking, Chaos and Tikal fly off into the sunset, Sonic ignores thousands that died in the flood, and that's Sonic Adventure. I mean, to be honest, he isn't really responsible for that. Like, he did save the day, and technically it's Eggman's fault, so I don't see why he should have to lose sleep over it. I understand why people call this game jank, because in a lot of areas it is. I also understand when people say that only parts of the game are fun, because that is true. And ultimately, I understand why people don't like this game. But at the end of the day, this is the same as any game in the world. You can like certain parts and hate others with a burning passion, but still enjoy the game as a whole. It doesn't make you a hypocrite, you just have certain tastes. And hell, if you like the entire thing, all the power to you. Enjoy what you enjoy, dislike what you dislike, that's all up to you, and no YouTube video or comment thread can change that. That being said, I love Sonic Adventure, it's my favorite Sonic game, and I hope you enjoyed this sort of critical look at one of my favorite games of all time. Please buy the Garrulous64 plush and watch this video again while waving it around on screen. Shameless promotion, I love you all, goodbye! And that's our video for today. I hope you enjoyed this really silly little advertisement/review for the Garrulous64 plush. You should totally check that out in the description because it'd be cool of you to buy one and just have it. But anyway, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you made it this far, please let me know down in the comments below because not a lot of people make it here and now you're in the secret club. Congratulations! But anyway, if you like this video and you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell, follow my Twitter, and join the Discord to keep up with more Sonic and other things that aren't Sonic, because I do a lot of things. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to my current channel supporters, who are Chaotic Mercenary, Noah Wisbios, Brady Hilkemeyer, Kaido the Samurai, Danny Lee Dauber, Mike TGC, Jeremy, Dax, T-Bone APH, The 7 Superstars, Crystal, PM13, Chaos, Dork in a Hat, Mega Traffic Cone, and on Patreon we have Noah Wisbios again, and John the Real Waluigi. Thank you also to everyone who's supporting in the $1 tiers. Remember, even that can help a ton and get you access to a whole bunch of members' exclusive videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.